Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today. Our topic this beautiful sunny afternoon is social media and how it influences your business. We have three of our top agents joining us today, Alina, Megan, and Travis, to answer all the questions you have about how to utilize social media in your business. How many times, Alina, do you have to do a video take for it to look perfect?
So I actually started out trying to do it all the way through with it being perfect, and it took me so many takes. It got to the point where I was like, it would be easier to just do a lot of little takes and splice them together, and I found that that was a lot more comfortable for me. So I always kind of give advice to anyone that wants to start video to do it that way, because then it takes the pressure to be perfect out of it. And I feel like that's the barrier a lot of people have to starting video, is that they feel like it has to be perfect right off the bat.
Megan, do you take the same philosophy or do you do it all in one take?
It's definitely not one take when I do my videos, but I try not to scrutinize myself, because sometimes when I roll it back, I'm like, oh, I moved my mouth funny there. And then I finally say, like, forget it. And then a lot of times the videos that I do are things that I've thought about, like, so much already. So I kind of know exactly how I want to do it, exactly how it's going to go, and just roll with it. So it might be 3 if I'm just like, I don't like the way my hair looks like there or whatever. But maybe like 3 times for like a short, like, reel.
Okay, I love that. Travis, how about you?
So it's kind of the same as they both do. It depends on what I'm doing the video on. So if I'm doing it on a town, like a location in a town that I'm at, like a fair or something, then I'm probably doing it in 2 to 3 takes just so I can show the grounds and things of that nature. If I'm doing it specifically at a property, I try to do it in 1 take, but like you, and it's always my mouth. I'm just like, I don't like how my mouth looks, but that's just how it looks in person anyways. Right. Like nothing changes from camera to person.
I think that's universal, because I noticed that I guess sometimes my mouth twists to one side.
Yeah, that's the exact thing.
Yeah, and it drives me crazy. So I don't watch anything that I do because it makes me a little bit insecure. I just figure we're gonna do it. I trust it. We post it out. So tell me a little bit about how you got into this business, Travis.
So actually, it started back when I was in high school. I was lucky enough to have an internship program with Century 21 in Trenton. So when I was 18, that was my motive. My plan A was real estate, plan B was college. Again, being young, got into not trouble, but went down the wrong path, and I ended up leaving the industry up until 2 years ago, and coming back into the industry. Because of the internship, it taught me, and I remembered of seeing the people that succeeded and seeing the people that failed, and how they managed their money, their marketing, and just who they aligned themselves up with the business. So when I came back into it, with that, I did my homework. I saw Remax, one of the top producing brokers. My team leader, very dominant in my location. So just everything kind of connected for me to come back.
Go ahead and give her a little plug.
Desiree Daniels, great team leader and great mentor, and also a great best friend for me. So that's
Wow, everyone should be that lucky, right? To work with their best friend.
Yeah, so.
It's a big deal. Megan, a little bit about your history.
Well, I was in commercial property management for about 12 years. Sometimes on the landlord side, I ended up on the tenant side as a lease analyst. And it was stressful, and I just had one of those days where I quit. Just like that, like, I'm done with this, I'm finished, goodbye, like, I'm out of here. And then I'm like, what do I do? But working as a commercial property manager, I worked with a lot of the commercial brokers, and they seem to live such fabulous lives, and so I'm like, why don't I go ahead and get my real estate license? But I didn't. I went straight to residential, and I've been here ever since.
I love it. Alina?
So I got into it completely by chance. I was supposed to be in dental school, hated it, decided to take 6 months off, and randomly decided to get my real estate license. I loved browsing Zillow. I love going to people's houses and telling them what's wrong with their house. So I thought that it would be a perfect combination of me. And, I instantly fell in love with it. So almost 5 years later, here we are.
Alina, what's your favorite platform and why for your marketing?
Personally, I love Instagram. However, logically speaking, everything I put on Instagram, I put on Facebook because the target audience of people that are selling their house, the age demographic, is not going to be on Instagram. I think it was something as little as like 3% of people that are actually selling and buying are on Instagram. So everything gets pushed out to Facebook. I like Instagram because of all of the avenues it allows me to, all the different types of marketing, videos and posts and stories, engagement, polls, things like that. So I like that you can kind of transition it into Facebook. So both, I would say pretty heavily. And it's pretty,
if you have to pick like the prettiest one, Instagram has the sleekest look.
Instagram allows you to kind of build your brand looking universal. So, if your feed looks the same, you can have the same sort of colors and hues and people associate you that way. So for that reason, I like Instagram. But again, everything has to get pushed out to Facebook just because that's where the buyers and sellers are.
That's what works. Meg, for you, same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
Instagram I use to, like she said, branding, have everything the same color and look the same. But Facebook, and everything that I post on Instagram, I then cross post on Facebook. But the majority of my business comes from my sphere of influence. And so most of the business I get is from my personal Facebook. And that's where I'm able to stay in contact with all my friends from high school, my friends from college. I'm able to remind people, like in Maryland, because I went to college in Maryland, you can still call me if you need to buy or sell, so then I can go ahead and get the referral. And that is where people know me. And knowing somebody is a huge part of trust, and trust is a huge part of people choosing you to be their agent. So I feel on Facebook, I have a real, like a straighter pathway to who my real client base is. And that's my high school friends, their parents, my parents' friends.
And everyone's on there. It doesn't matter what age you are.
Right.
You're on Facebook, right? Like that's the truth. Unfortunately, I spend a lot of time on it, so I know. Travis, how about you?
Very similar to the two of them. My main one is Instagram, and then everything trickles down to Facebook. I even have a TikTok. But my main focus is Instagram. It just allows me the marketing side of it. I'm sure you two can agree. It allows you to see who's seeing your videos, who's not. Pretty much controlling and changing
Instagram
strategy.
shows you who's seen your videos and who hasn't?
Not who hasn't, but who has.
Who has? Who's watched the video, like from beginning to end, or just hit play by accident?
So it does, if you're in the business account for Instagram, it does tell you how many people exited, how many people went back, how many people just went through it.
But it doesn't have like their name.
It shows you who, no, it just shows you how many people,
For all you guys out there who like to stalk people's Instagram and Facebook, don't worry about it. They don't know who you are. Teasing.
Yeah, it doesn't show you who backed out or who exit, but it does show you at least who
the
opened
engagement.
up. Yeah, the engagement.
So you mentioned TikTok.
So TikTok, thank you, Carl. It's because of Carl, everyone can thank Carl to it. I had so much pushback personally. I didn't want to do TikTok at first.
Okay.
I just felt like
You didn't want
I
to be
didn't
silly?
want to be that silly TikTok real estate agent. I didn't want to be that guy. Once your broker does something and is rolling and it actually connects with people, and I saw that, and I said prior to him doing it, I was like, well, if Carl does it, I'll do it. And then like 2 days later, he did it, and I was just like, okay, gotta stick to my word. So I did it. Do I get as much traction on TikTok as I do with Instagram and Facebook? I don't, but there are a few videos I posted that has.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah.
Now, do you ladies use TikTok?
I do. I like recording on TikTok. Like for me, it's just easier. It's like easier to record. I like all of the different audio and sounds that I can choose from. So I actually really do like TikTok.
Okay, so do you record there and then push it on the other platforms?
That's what I do.
That's the secret. Okay, and Alina, for you?
I watch it to get a lot of ideas. I do prefer Instagram Reels, and I think I've heard that if you actually film the reel within Instagram, it gets a lot more engagement. I don't know, something about the algorithm, but so I get the ideas from TikTok because, like you said, they have the best sounds and audio, and then I'll usually film it inside of the app because for whatever reason it just gets pushed out to more people.
What I think is really unique is that people think, oh wow, like they have a great presence on video. There's a lot of thought and intent that goes into what you guys are doing with your business. Yeah. There's a recipe to it, right? So how often, Alina, do you actually post?
Not as often as I should be. I feel like it's never as often as you should be.
Okay.
But I try to alternate between business and personal. I don't have a specific page just dedicated to business. And actually, Carl has told me this years ago where, when I first started, he said, make sure that you post just as much personal as you do business, because nobody wants to see a whole page of just listed, just sold, under contract. They want the human element to it because that's such a huge part of our business and what we do. So I like to post pictures and videos of my baby and my family and just day-to-day activities, so people see that I am involved in the community and I know the area well, just because it brings a little bit more of a spark than just, look at all this business I'm doing, everybody.
You're a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, relatability, right?
Yes.
Megan, how about you? How often do you post?
It's sporadic. Okay. Sometimes I could be posting constantly, because I do get a lot of ideas. A lot of times at night, I'm scrolling and looking at what's funny or what I find funny and thinking, how does it relate to me? And so I'm just saving audios. And then what I do is I pick one day. Because of that whole self-scrutinizing thing, I'll get my makeup perfect, my hair perfect, and then I'll have a shell and a few jackets so that I could just switch out the outfits and record a whole bunch in one period of time and then just drop them randomly.
That's
because
fabulous.
Because otherwise I know that I'm going to keep putting it off. Oh, my hair doesn't look good this day, so I just get everything the way I want it and then record a bunch of videos. And I used to Google what's the best time to post on Instagram on Monday, Tuesday. I set alarms on my phone, post on Instagram. I was like, wait, hold on, I have to drop a post. And I don't I didn't like doing that. I don't like to feel controlled by something. And so I just stopped doing it. I just do it when I want to.
But you're still having fabulous engagement.
Yeah, I have I have the best engagement on my personal Facebook page. People respond, talk back. Not so much on my professional Facebook page. And then on my business, I find the most engagement that I get is when I list my top cities for commuters, top pizza in Essex County. And then that kind of gets everybody talking. Because if I just post something, it's nothing. It might be likes, but nobody's really commenting. But if I give my opinion about something like pizza,
everyone has an opinion about pizza.
Everybody is gonna say something. So that's pretty much how I get the most engagement. And then, on my personal Facebook, everybody, whatever I post, they're like, yay, good job, so, and I always respond and say thank you.
That's my next question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, no, that's great, perfect. So my next question was actually, when people engage, do you respond?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know what it feels like for me, and I don't know, maybe it's corny, but when I post on comment on an influencer or a celebrity, and they respond to me,
let's talk about
it
that.
feels good.
Hold that thought. Travis, how often do you post, and is there a recipe to it? Really
so similar to both of them, consistently about 4 days a week. At first, I did do the same thing, Googled what's the best times
Right.
and try to stay on top of it.
Do you even
And-
believe Google? I mean, do they know?
Not really. I listen to Jason more.
You know? Yeah.
Like Jason to me is more of a Google, what he says.
Yeah.
It actually clicks.
Okay.
So, but I've caught that there's times like how you mentioned you pre-record things, and I'll do the same sometimes with certain properties, and then like on a Saturday, Google says Friday in the summer, Saturday and Sunday, don't post. You're gonna get the least attraction. Sometimes it's true, which I do experience, but at the same time, it's just my feeling. I'm just like, all right, let's see what happens. Just post it.
Let's talk about the post for a minute. So you guys put something out there. Anytime, you guys can check out my social media. It's pretty bleak. Whenever I've posted, I get this weird thing where like I have to go back and check for the likes, and then I get like disappointed or excited about how many people liked it or didn't like it, and then I want to like sweat all the people who liked it and like make a comment so they know that I appreciate it, so they don't not like it next time. And then I realize that I should not be on any social media platform. Are you guys hanging on to every like? Are you, Lena, engaging everyone who likes your post? Are you responding back? What do you do?
Typically, I'm not hanging on every like just because I feel like it would drive me insane. But any comment I make sure to answer, both business and professional. Again, something with the algorithm, the more you engage, the more people see it, especially on the Discover page. Instagram likes to see you, they actually like to see the engagement. But the people that do like it, I make sure to like their posts so they know that they're appreciated back.
That's awesome. And Meg, you engage.
Yeah.
Are you an over-engager? Or is there no such thing as over-engagement?
not so much. But like, I try and either like, everybody knows I always do like, like my emojis are like 2 thumbs up, like, yeah, great. Or like, right, question mark, exclamation point, like, that's pretty much like just a little bit, not like too over engaging, but like, I know, right, and stuff like just so that there's some type of back and forth with people, but
So they know you're not a robot.
yeah, I'm not a robot, and I appreciate them commenting.
Travis, how about you?
I do engage.
Okay.
In the beginning, after I post it, probably like an hour later, I'd be like, all right, how many views did I get? How many likes did I get?
Oh, good. I'm normal. You're saying I'm normal.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
want to see if it works.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be fixated on the likes. It's just more the traction, seeing if it happened. Over time, now I kind of set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Just because I try to do them when I'm doing showings or I have a busy day. So I know I can't just be
Stalk
fixated.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Do you ever take it down if it doesn't have good engagement? Like it goes flat, you have no like. Do you take it down?
Not because of likes. I did it once because Instagram blocked a song.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it was a video for a house, and I had, which is funny how they blocked this song, but not the other ones I had prior to.
Right.
I had a Queen song, and right away blocked it. So I had to use one of their songs, and the Queen one was up for maybe 30 to 40 minutes. I got a lot of interaction, a lot of likes. Put the other one up, flatlined. To where I saw the difference to where I was like, okay, next time I'll let it roll to where my last one I did, Facebook blocked the music. And I left it because I was like, you know what? I've seen the difference of if I try to take it off and reamp it. It's not the same.
It doesn't have the same.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Do you ever take? I saw you shaking your head, Alina. You don't take them down.
I don't take them down. I see there's a value in having quantity of posts too. I think that if someone is researching you prior to using you, even if it's a personal referral, they are going to check your Instagram if you have one, website if you have one, Facebook. So really quickly, they might not go right into every single post and check how many likes you have. They're going to see how many posts you have. So if you have 3 posts on Instagram, they're thinking maybe she's a new agent, maybe she doesn't use social media. Then it kind of snowballs into, well, if she's not using social media to market herself, is she going to market my house? So I think that there's a huge value in just the quantity of posts and just building that amount.
Do you find people asking on appointments about social media?
Lately, yes.
There.
Younger clients too.
Yeah.
I think, it's important to them. I usually say it before they even ask, just because I want them to know that I bring all of the value that I could, anyone could possibly bring.
What, Travis, percent of your business do you think actually comes from social media?
So that's a great question.
Do you track it?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
So the thing is, because of my sphere, I feel that it's about 15 to 20% from January to now of this year. But that's also my sphere. So what it is my social media is just allowing me to stay in front of them. So it's hard for me to say that I'm getting those referrals because they're friends of mine or they know friends of mine more than they're seeing the business I'm doing. They're seeing how I'm interacting with the buyers or sellers. And so that's why I'm comfortable to say, yeah, that's helping to push to contact me.
And that's earlier what you said, Megan, that it's really people you already know and like you and trust you. You're just staying in front of them all the time.
Yeah, but I definitely would attribute that to Facebook because they're people I haven't seen in 20 years.
Right.
And so, and there would be no way that they would remember or, think to recommend me because it's not always just them. It's, their friends and the friends of friends. So, for me, Facebook is so important and it allows me also to support I use social media to support other people's businesses because sometimes you buy a $6 box of Girl Scout cookies,
Where are you buying Girl Scout
I don't
cookies
really
for
buy
$6?
Oh, they're not $6.
I have no idea. Are they actually $6?
I've heard like 7. Yeah, they've gone up. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow,
Inflation.
I mean, they're good, but
I'm
Recently,
going Tate's over.
Okay.
But recently I've spent I think I spent $200 last month on popcorn because everybody was doing that popcorn fundraiser. I don't know if you guys have been, and one bag is like $16. But everybody who hit me up, I had to buy their popcorn because one of them is somebody I know and he's now buying a house with me. There's so you have to, just as much as you want people to support you, you have to use your social media to support other people. Just how we want people to comment and like on our videos, I comment and make sure I comment and like on other people's videos and actually use their services, especially if it's something that's not going to make that big of a difference, then go ahead and give them that business because it definitely comes back.
Awesome. And Alina, what percent of your business do you think comes from that?
So I actually, I don't know numbers wise, but I do know that when I started making videos, my personal sphere of referrals completely blew up. Especially because a lot of my videos are informational. A lot of them are for first-time home buyers. So a lot of acquaintances, people that I might not be super close with that aren't a done deal, they're using me, I've had a lot of them watch the videos and say, wow, I never knew this, or wow, it just makes you come across as knowledgeable to your sphere of influence. It's so important to stay in front of them, not just by saying, hey, I'm a realtor, this is what I do, because every other person can be posting that on Facebook, but to also add value to that as well.
I see Megan wants to say something.
Yeah, mine is completely different.
Okay.
If I'm giving information, nobody cares, nobody watches. Nobody, but I get so many calls after I just start driving and I'm like, yeah, so I have 3 houses to show today, and then oh my god, somebody on a unicycle, and then blah, blah, blah. And then it's I get so much response from just being me and talking about whatever I'm doing. But if I'm here are the statistics, and
you don't get engagement from your sphere.
No, I just don't.
It's so funny how everyone is looking, client-based, is looking for something else. you know, the unique value that you're pushing out there. Travis, what if you had to say in 30 seconds or less, what's the image that you're trying to portray to your sphere, to the public on your social media?
Customer service. One of my videos shows me throwing garbage out for a client that already moved out. They left too much behind. Township was going to find them. I was maybe an hour and a half away, got the call, threw on, it was raining, threw on crappy clothes, and
I love that.
while I was doing it, I was like, you know what, great video opportunity.
Customer service.
Yeah.
Megan, yours?
I really just want to show my authentic self. For a while, I was, comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Yes.
So I was looking at other agents, and they're on a boat, drinking mimosa, wearing flowy dresses and strappy heels, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do it. And when I finally kind of decided I like who I am, you know, and I'm going to put that out there, it gets a great response. And I just recently had somebody call me and say that they couldn't sleep because of a video I put up the other night. And they're like, I haven't been able to sleep, so I just had to call you. I don't know you, but you seem like such a kind person and like you care about your clients. And that's when I realized what I've been trying to put out, it comes across. You really can't fake your energy, and you can't fabricate your energy, but then you also can't deny it. So if you put it out there, it's going to be received. So I'm just my authenticity.
I think that's great advice for everybody. We're just in business. And Alina, what is the image or what is the message that you're trying to portray in yours?
Well, that was a hard act to follow. But I've always liked to kind of give people a luxury experience at all price points.
Okay.
So that's what I want people to see from my social media, is that I will treat them like they're selling a $15 million home if they're selling a $200,000 home. And same with buyers. I will give them the same amount of attention and customer service no matter what their price point is. And, you know, professionalism, customer service, everything all in one. I want everyone to know that it's attainable.
I love this. Is there anything that you guys feel like you have to share right now to your coworkers or colleagues that can help them on this journey of the social media mountain?
Don't be afraid to do it, just dive in. Because if you see my first couple of videos, I'll say they're terrible. Some people like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like you.
Yeah, and like what they said, the authenticity is what grasps the people. So as long as I'm being me, which I am in my videos, yeah.
And it's so funny because like the advice has always been fake it till you make it. But what you guys are saying is that if your real, true, genuine self, that resonates greater with people. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything that you want to share, Meg?
Just do it and do it your way. Don't worry about all of the rules and you should do this and don't, because then you probably won't do it.
Yeah.
So whichever way that it works for you, that it's comfortable for you to do it. Like, I do not like taking pictures. I do not like photographs. On video, I can talk and be myself, but take a picture and I'm like,
Sell your soul.
so,
Yeah.
so do what's comfortable for you and you'll do it.
Alina, any great words of wisdom?
I would say be consistent with it, because, you know, if you post once a month, you want a presence. You know, you want to be coming up on somebody's Instagram story as you always have that one person who, no matter what they post, they're always first, you know, in the stories that you view. So you want to be consistent. You want to stay on people's minds all the time. And also, yeah, just do it, because some of my most engaging videos have been, actually my most engaging video has been where I had COVID, I had no makeup on, my hair was not done, and it got the most likes and comments. So post it, and then, you know, people are not going to be judging you as hard as you're judging yourself.
I love that. They say the hardest thing is to go from 0 to 1. Mm-hmm. So we hope that you learned something today, that this motivated you to go out and try something new, or to take a look at social media as an option for lead generation and client retention in your business, I am sure, sitting with you guys, that if anybody needs anything, they could hit you up.
Yes.
And you'd be more than happy to coach them through the steps. I think we all got where we are. It sounds like you guys as well through mentorship, and it's priceless. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's Michelle Gibson with Remax First, Remax First 2, and Remax Tri-County, and we're really excited to add Remax First Class. Thank you guys so much and have a great day.